everyone, I'm Katherine.
Hi everyone, and I'm Will.
And we're Lilac Melt. Answer a world that will never make you want to surrender to all of your fears and desires. It's breaking my heart out forever. It's not enough anymore for you to endeavor to see it with brand new eyes, brand new eyes. Thank you. First question is, go for it.
What inspired you to go into the music industry?
For me, it was more like a necessity. It just had to happen. It was, yeah. You do other things, you know, when you're trying to figure out who you are, what you're doing, and you need money, so you do jobs here and there and stuff. But it's always been music for me.
Mm-hmm.
There was no other option.
Yeah, exactly. For me, more or less the same thing, but I don't know if this is a good enough explanation, but I was born as a musician, so...
Yeah, because your family, they're musicians as well, aren't they?
They are, my family are musicians, yes.
So lucky.
Well, it's... I suppose it's lucky in a way, but of course your progress does get monitored by your family, not just your teachers.
Yeah.
As well about. So yeah, I mean, my a lot of my perfection does come from that.
Falling kings and queens that never touch the ground. Oxidise our dreams and watch them burning down, down. Breathe. But we go on and on and on and on. We're turning into stone and concrete. But we go on and on and on and on. Your silence makes me skip a beat.
Have there been any struggles we've had to face, and how did we manage to overcome these struggles?
Have we? Anyway.
Yeah, good question. Are they related to music? Maybe.
They're always like, I think with every job, there are, you know, difficult situations that you need to overcome and learn from. And that's what we still do, especially because things change so rapidly with technology and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's always new things that you need to, how do you do social media and marketing and stuff like that, apart from actually writing music and promoting it and stuff like that and doing all the admin and, you know, networking. That's I think for me that's the most difficult part. When it comes to actually writing music and stuff like that, that's cool, but when that's the most amazing thing. But then all the admin part of it is
Well, it's still difficult in this day to make it in the music industry. But what I don't understand, what I really am intrigued to know is, how would we survive if this was the 1970s and the 1980s? How would we, which was my favourite decades for music, how would we survive without social media? There was only Yellow Pages. You would pay to advertise that if you were like in the music services of some kind, but that's or getting people to advertise you. You would just have to be on the radio, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You have to be on television, and therefore people won't buy your music.
But it was different as well because like record labels worked so different, because when you had a deal and you had a manager, you're pretty much sorted, and it works so it's just so different nowadays.
Publicity, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know which because it seems like back then it was difficult to actually make it, but now it's more like pretty much everyone can do it if you're good and you work really hard, but you won't get as big, I suppose, because there's just so many people doing it. I think to me, like how you overcome difficulties, just work.
Exactly,
know,
and it's just being savvy, if that's the word.
Yeah.
Smart. That's
Yeah.
it. Knowing exactly who to speak to and what you're doing and what you didn't do right the last time when you were speaking to somebody, a contact in the music industry.
You live and learn. Thanks. What if this wasn't your life? What if you were the third eye? Then all of your fears and desires were breaking to pieces of nothing. But who am I to react? I was born with the wrong heart, but seeing with brand new eyes, brand new eyes.
What do we like to do with in our own time?
Music? No, I have an art blog. I don't know. I like art a lot. I studied art in Amsterdam. I don't necessarily think that, oh, you are a musician or you are an artist or you are a lawyer or whatever. You can do whatever you want. You can do, you can just explore different things that you like, and they can actually inspire you. So art, as in visual art, does inspire me a lot in the way I write songs. Mm-hmm. So I have an art blog. That's what I do in my free time. What do you do in your free time? Music.
Yes, I do, but I also try and do more kind of like outdoor activity stuff. I do I've joined social groups. I go to language nights. Language classes. Oh no, I did. Well, the trouble is that's what I want to do. Although there's been very few of them because we've been trying to get the capacities there and the majorities. But people, they're often organised when everyone else is doing other things. So my hobby is definitely to keep studying. Yeah, I mean, of course. A lot of the time, mostly what I do is music, but you need to have something else because you can lose your mind a bit and get far too wrapped up, far too involved, and it affects your relationships with people.
It is essential. I agree. While we go on and on and on and on, we're turning into stone and concrete. While we go on and on and on and on, your silence makes me skip a heartbeat. What gigs do you have coming up? Anything cool? Yeah. Yeah, we're doing our first gig in London this Friday, the 15th, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah, so that's Campton, the Dublin Castle, which is really cool. We can wait because it's our first gig in England, so hopefully it'll be more. And then we've got Edinburgh coming up on the 9th of March at Sneaky Pete's supporting Ruffer. We're super excited about that. And now we're in the process of actually booking more gigs for summer festivals and stuff like that. So the best way to just to know what we're doing is just go on social media because everything is there. And there's more stuff coming up. Super exciting. Mm-hmm. Falling kings and queens that never touch the ground. Oxidise our dreams and watch them burning down. Our falling kings and queens that never touch the ground. Oxidise our dreams and watch them burning down. Favorite gig venue and why? In Edinburgh. I would say I really liked. Well, I've played at Sneaky Pete's and I loved it. I like that it's so. That's fine. It's so small and intimate, like a Lift Depot, like small and intimate venues. I like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to a gig at the Liquid Rooms, which I loved as well. I think the sound there is absolutely brilliant. I don't know. In Glasgow, I would say King Tut's probably. You know, great sound, a good audience pretty much every time you play there and stuff. I don't know. What's your favourite?
Oh, in Glasgow, I like the classic Grand.
I've never been.
It's good. It's good. I wanted to check out the Clutha, but I've not been there since the rebuild. And I like in Edinburgh. I really like Stramash, which is in the Cowgate.
Ah, yeah, you do.
Because
don't
I do. I do. But it's good because it's spacious, and there's always people to play to. I mean, on the likes of places like Whistle Binkies, which is small and intimate, but it's a place that you can fill.
Yeah.
Because people, it's a place where the doors open. Yeah. People can walk in and listen to you play. And if you play in a venue where people are charging on the door, you know, they've never heard of you, you're less likely to get an audience. So if you were playing in a place where people can walk in and play, and you've got material there to sell, that's where you need to be if you're an artist that hasn't actually been signed yet.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, thankfully there are good venues in Scotland and the rest of the UK and the world that you can go and play.
Well, that's the thing you have to focus on, I think, because of course making it is getting the deals and stuff is a surprise. Yeah. But when people chase for it, they often don't get it. So it's best to just hold back and expect it as a surprise.
Yeah,
like everything else.
Pretty much, everything's a surprise. There you go. Silence makes me skip a heartbeat.